So, what are we going to do about 2021? Let's see. Yeah, I've done something. I've made a promise, and oh god. Oh god, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh man. Also, heads up guys, this isn't a tutorial video, so if you were expecting that, it's not this one. But if you want to see how I operate or how I work, this might be a fun one for you to watch. This is going to be insane. This is going to be mental. Right, so I've decided to try and do something. I tried to do this way back when, and it didn't really work. At all. I don't know if this is going to work, but we'll see what happens. I have made a promise to my partner that during 2021, I will not buy any more models. So, yeah. Now, what does that mean? That means I can't buy any more models. Everyone's been speculating about this, about the rules and how to get around it already, but the idea of this is not to break the rules, the idea is to stick to this. It's also a bit of an experiment as well, because I'm genuinely intrigued to see what comes of this, because I think it's going to be quite exciting to see the results of this. So, rules are: 1, not allowed to buy models. This includes giving money to other people to buy me models. No. We're not doing that loophole. Secondly, other people have said about buying models off of eBay because they're secondhand. That doesn't count either. They're still buying models. I know they may think that there's a loophole saying buying secondhand models doesn't count. Nope. Just can't buy models. With that in mind, what I can do is I can trade. If I have existing models, I can trade for other models. The idea of this is to not gain more in my pile of shame. So if I exchange out, I can bring in. So that's fine. So the pile of shame isn't growing. You could debate that on size-wise on what you trade out for, but blah, 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 blah. That is what it is. So the idea is to put a big old dent in the pile of shame. Also, as well, I have a bit of a problem when it comes to models. I buy an insane amount. So here's the thought. I want to see how much I can save by not buying models during 2021. Now, there's a catch with this. I don't know how much I spend on models each month. It can vary depending on whatever comes out and whatever takes my fancy at that point in time. So we have to come up with a different way of scoring this. So my way of scoring this is I'm going to value up each model I paint, and at the end of each month I'll do a video saying this is how much I've painted this month and this is the value. Now I'm only going to mark them as the retail value. We're not going for discount from third-party local gaming shops or anything to put a discount on. We're going with the current retail value that the supplier dishes out. So if I complete a unit and it's fully painted, I will mark it up with that value. Now I know there's an argument to be said that it could be valued more at that or valued less. That's by the by. The only way I can really put a value on this and kind of a marker. I can't mark what I haven't spent because I haven't spent it, so I don't know how much I would have saved. However, what I can measure is how much productivity I do. So not only will I not be spending money, I will see how much value I increase by the productivity. I'm also going to put a second category in there as well of how much I actually sell. I'll get you into a little bit of a privy side of things. I'll show you this is how much what I sold and how much I sold it for, and we'll do a running total to basically see how much we have actually made during the end of the year. Now this could include some of the stuff I painted this year as well, so it could well be that I finish a project, I don't like it, I sell it, and that goes from adds from one value and also adds into another value once I've sold it as well. It's one of those things that's going to be a bit interesting on the numbers side of things, but bear with me, I'll see if it works. It's all an experiment at the end of the day. I don't know if it will work, but I think it'll be kind of interesting to see what actually happens. The long and short of this is hobby hoarding is a real problem, but we need to get on top of it. So we're going to paint up models, we're going to put a dent in that pile of shame, we're going to see how much money we can make during the entire year and see if I can hold out from breaking. I have enough bits here, I have enough models here to keep me going for over a year. I guarantee you that I have enough, but will the lure of new models break me or not? Or what will it do to me? That is a generally interesting thing I'm curious about. So we're going to start off with some Forge World. So this is a Tesseract Arc from Forge World, and we're going to construct this as our first point of call. After that we're going to move on to Necrons, then I've got a Titan I need to finish up, we've got some other bits on the desk we need to do, and I think the project for the beginning of 2021 will be the Necrons You'll see how much of a dent I can put into it before it gets to it. Another project that I can see looming on the horizon is Lord of the Rings. Well, it looks like that's going to be a thing. I've just finished painting up 50 Gondor soldiers, ministers, warriors, whatever they are. I can see that really being a thing. I want to get round to my Night Lords at some point. I want to get round to my Thousand Sons. I want to do my Death Corps of Krieg. I've got Marvel Crisis Protocol. A Song of Ice and Fire is kind of on hold at the moment because they're changing all the rules. They're changing all the system up. So there's not a massive amount of appeal in playing it right now. Because if they're changing all the rules, then I don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. However, that doesn't stop me from painting them. So I'm sure they'll crop up. We have a Gloomspite Skits army to paint up as well. And we also have a load of fantasy stuff, a load of Space Marines, Gazgul. We got a lot. Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's a big thing. I want to get into that. Star Wars Legion. I'm going to be doing some of that. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this journey takes us. So I wanted to be clear about the rules of this whole challenge experiment thing that I'm doing. And obviously I've laid out the rules about not buying and stuff like that. But I'm going to give you a heads up on a couple of things I am doing so that you're not surprised and you can't say I've cheated later on down the line. So there is a couple of exceptions to the rules. Obviously, you've heard about the trading. I can trade for one for t'other, and there we go. Fine, no worries. I'm not adding to, I'm just swapping out different parts of my pile of shame. Okay, that's fine. Another thing I am allowing myself to do is pre-orders. Now, if I've pre-ordered it in 2020 and arrives in 2021, I can't help that. However, my brain is clever enough, and I'm sure you're clever enough to understand, yeah, I'm pulling some strings and I'm pushing it a little bit here. However, I've got to allow myself some kind of leniency here. Yeah. There's a couple of things I have pre-ordered. One is Mother of Dragons for A Song of Ice and Fire. 2 is the Mammoths for Free Folk from A Song of Ice and Fire. I have also pre-ordered as well, and I pre-ordered these like a month or 2 ago, but with A Song of Ice and Fire, who knows when you're going to get the product, is 2 units of Unsullied Pikemen and a unit of Dothraki Hrackers. I think that's how you pronounce it, Hrackers. They're basically like lion tamers. It's kind of cool. There's no date of when they're going to be released yet. I have no idea when they're showing up. So hopefully the Pikemen will show up at some point, but who knows? I've got a couple of things on order that'll be here. Whether or not they arrive before the end of 2020, I don't know, but we'll see. I've got a couple of things in mind, and yeah, it should be fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm crapping myself a bit about this entire thing. However, at the same time, I'm very excited because I really want to see how much money I can save. And it'll be a good experiment to show people as well. It's like, if you decide not to buy, then decide to hack into that pile of shame, how much can you get done? And how much can an excessive painter like myself get done? How much money could you make off of that? And what are the benefits? What's the pros and the cons? So you get to see me through this journey and see how my mood's kind of taking me and swinging thing. I'm going to be doing vlogs as well, as I said, once a month to show. I may drop in vlogs during weeks and stuff like that if I've got a particular project in mind, and I'll do like a weekly vlog and I'll show you each day as I've made progress and so forth. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Hello, so a bit of a jump cut here. It's been a week since I recorded all of that footage and I'm just working through editing it right now. Since that time, I've painted all my Necrons. Done that in a week. That challenge is done. So I don't have to worry about them anymore. However, let's give you an example of this whole totaling system so you can understand it. Since I'm now in 2021 and the Necrons were finished in 2021, we can add this to the total. So let's do some adding up here. Right, so I'm going to have to read this out because I had to write it all down so I have an understanding of what I've got. Okay, so here it goes. Here's the list of what I painted the Necrons. So we got an Ophidian Destroyers. That was £34.50. We've got a Monolith. That's £105. We've got a Void Dragon. That's £68. We've got the Silent King. That's £95. We've got 4 Locust Heavy Destroyers. One of them was converted into a Locust Lord. They are £21 each, so they come in at £84 for the 4. We've got a Tesseract Vault, which I've actually done as an Obelisk. That comes in at £95. We've got a Cryptek. Tech, which comes in at 12. We've got the Necron Immortals, they come in at £25. We've got some Tomb Blades, they come in at £30. A Triarch Stalker, sorry, 2 Triarch Stalkers, they're £32.50 each. That comes in at 65 quid. They've got a Necron Catacomb Command Barge. I don't know, it was just Command Barge. I don't know why I said the whole thing. That's 30. We've got 2 Annihilation Barges. They are 30 quid each also, so they come to 60. We've got Necron Lichguard, they're 30. We've got a Necron Overlord with War Scythe, that's 15. We've got a Necron Cryptek, that's 20. We've got a Hexmark Destroyer, that's 21 quid. We've got a Canoptek Spider, that's 25. We've got a Canoptek Doomstalk, that's £26.50. We've got 2 lots of Canoptek Wraiths, 6 in total, but you get 3 in a box. They're £32.50 each for the box, so that's £32.50 for the 3. So for 2 sets of those, it's 65 quid. We've got a Doomsday Arc, that's £32.50. We've got a Ghost Arc, that's also £32.50. We've got a Doom Scythe, which is £37.50. And we've got a Necron Tesseract Arc, which is 67 quid. So all of those added up together is £1,075.50. So that is our new total for this bit. So this is just to give you an idea of how I'm running the totals. I'm just putting the retail value on. You could say there's argument for them to be charged more because they're painted, that you could say less because people's opinions and all that jazz. I'm not going into that. This is just to say, yeah, this is the valuing system. So wherever I put it, that's the current value. We're at 0 value for actually selling, but that's the value of productivity we've got at week 1 of 2021. I forgot what year it was then for a sec. I'm going to be doing these updates monthly, so you see what they look like and see how they increase each month. If I've got showcases, I'll put them up so you can see pictures whilst doing this. I don't have them for the Necron so far because it's been a mad rush to try and get these all done. I will try and do a showcase video. If people do want a showcase video, please let me know. If they're really not bothered, I won't bother doing it because it's just not worth my time filming them all. It's good for my portfolio, but other than that, that's about it. So yeah, that's how the scoring system works. So £1,075 is how we kick off 2021. Let's see what we get to at the end of 2021. And yeah, let's see how much I save. So remember, the rules are no buying minis. I can buy modelling supplies like glues, paints, brushes, stuff like that, but no buying minis. Also no buying mini parts like shoulder pads, leg torsos, all that jazz, because that's effectively a mini as well. So just to clear that one up, because that got asked the other day. So yes, this is the wrap up of my New Year's resolution. Let's see if we can make some money this year, because 2020 was a weird one and I spent far too much. So this year we're going to spend less and hopefully we'll make some cash. So I'll catch you in the next video, and if you don't watch until the next one, I'll catch you in the next update, which will be at the end of January. So I'll see you then.